Hey guys, Eric here from Bloat Games, coming at you today doing another retro review. I'm going to kind of pick up where I left off for my last retro review. If anybody watched my channel and you saw it, the last one I did was for Palladium Books book for Rifts Vampire. So it was Rifts World Book 1, Vampire Kingdoms. So I'm going to pick up in the next chapter of the Rifts saga for this retro review with Rifts World Book 2, Atlantis. Alright, this book is one of my favorite books, and in fact this is probably going to be one of my favorite covers of all the Rifts books. Now this cover is quite controversial for anybody who remembers at the time. Atlantis is an island that reemerges during with the coming of the Rifts, and their main trade is they have an interdimensional slave market. And this piece was commissioned here. It was done by Keith Parkinson, who's not typically one of Rifts cover artists, but it's an amazing piece. It looks wonderful. It's got you know, the Splugglorth guy in the background, the Splugglorth Overlord in the background. You know, got the Dragonosaurus down here. Shows a couple people over here. But here's what got them in trouble: is somebody thought it was a good idea to put an African American elf as a slave being led to market to sell, which, you know, just even in the 90s when this came out was in bad taste. However, the art itself still holds up. I still do really like the piece. Just really wish that they had done something a little different with that. But, you know, this book contains like a mass of just awesome information. You get a ton of OCCs, a ton of RCCs, all kinds of stuff. So let's just dig right in, shall we? All right. In Rifts Atlantis, something you need to know is about the actual Atlantean people that are there. The Atlanteans are these humanoids. They're kind of descended from humans from the original Atlantis. They live like 500 years. They can get tattoos that if they touch the tattoos, or if they get high enough level they think about the tattoos, they can enact a magic power. It's pretty awesome stuff. You know, just a few of the things that you'll see is like True Atlanteans is an RCC. That's just going to be, you know, the racial class creature. But then they got like Undead Slayers, Atlantean Nomads, the Tattoo Man OCC, T-Monster Man OCC, so they can, like, their tattoos will summon like different monsters, different beasts you can pull out. They have Undead Slayers OCC, which is the you know, kind of what you think. They kill vampires. They're vampire hunters. They got the Stone Master OCC. They can, you know, lift stones, throw stones, all kinds of different things. So they got a ton of awesome stuff like that. They also got this race of people called the Katani Warriors, and, you know, they can have different people like scientists, mechanics, espionage agents. Really neat stuff. Then, you know, getting back to the Splugglorth, the Overlord. The Splugglorth they're kind of the rulers of Atlantis. Let's see if I can't find a good picture show off for Splugglorth. But they're the rulers of Atlantis, and they come in a different variety of people. Like, here's a true Splugglorth. All right. And then they got like the Splugglorth High Lords, the Overlords. They have the Power Lord, the Splugglorth Slaver. They got the Blind Warrior Women. If you're familiar with the main cover to the Core Rifts book, that's a Splugglorth Overlord with 3 Blind Warrior Women out on a hunting expedition. So all kinds of cool stuff. They also have what's referred to as the Suna Assassins, and they're really neat. I won't tell you anything about them in case you don't want them spoiled, because this was the first time I'd ever encountered this reading an RPG product. When you get to the Suna Assassins, which we always pronounce Sunjai, but Suna Assassins, when you get to their chapter, it says if you're a player, stop reading. This is for the GM's eyes only. So I won't tell you too much about them, but they're really cool. I will show you, however, a picture of the. Look, here's a good one of the Splugworth and one of the Blind Warrior women. That's awesome. I'll show you a great picture though of the actual Suna Assassins, because it's probably one of my favorite pieces of art. It's done by Kevin Long, who is my favorite RPG artist. Check that out. Is that not just badass? And so, you know, you get all kinds of stuff with this. It's also going to go over the entire area of Atlantis. It's located near the Bermuda Triangle, so you got to deal with that. But then, you know, it's got like a place called the Terror Coast. It's got the Gargoyle Kingdoms, Dracona, the City of Dragons. It's got the city of Splin, which is the main hub for it, and that's where the slave market is, and the transdimensional market. It all takes place in that, and it outlines each one of those as well. It also introduces several different RCCs, like I mentioned the Katani Warrior. It's got the Zimbok RCC. And then, you know, beyond that, it goes into, it has several, just different creatures that are bought and sold at the market. So you can have, like, the Adorok, which is the flying mountain. It's this big monster with this huge thing on its back. A Dragonosaurus, which is a, looks like kind of like cross between a dragon and a small velociraptor that people keep kind of as guard pets, kind of like a guard dog. There's the Urta, the human predator, which it's got an awesome picture. I'll probably run across it as I'm talking and show it to you. Oh, here we go. Actually, right there. That guy coming up through there. So just all kinds of cool stuff. You know, it outlines an entire race, different race of bird people. And then it gets into the tattoo magic section. And just like a normal spell section, it goes through, you know, tattoo magic works off of PPE, which is potential psychic energy. And so you get a certain description of how many PPE points that your character has, is how much that they can use, because each tattoo costs PPE to initiate that spell. And then, you know, it gives all the things, like I said, the Tattoo Man, the Undead Slayer, the T-Monster Man, the Stone Master, all that stuff, all is outlined. Then it goes into the Rune Weapons. So it gives like what's generic Rune Weapons and what's like very specific high-powered Rune Weapons. So Rune Weapons would be, they're made out of this rune material, which is a black metal that's magically infused, and they're kind of like your super magical items from Dungeons and Dragons. So, you know, your Sword of Death and all that type of stuff. That's what they are. There's also this whole section on bio-wizardry, which is like, you know, talks about like transmutation, augmentations, and reconstructions. It has different things like this is magically infused medical treatments that you can do to upgrade your character. It's even got what are they called, symbiotes, so you can like take on a symbiotic creature, and through having that in your body you can gain certain types of powers from that. Let's see, I'm going checking look at my notes, making sure I didn't miss anything here. But I know I kind of flew through this review. I just really wanted to be able to cover, there's so much in here. This book is one of my favorites. Oh, when you get to the back, it's got a list of like Katani power armors and weapons, and then other different types of weapons and things you may run across. Here's a big old splash piece. So this is jam packed. This was one of my favorite source books, and you could run a campaign if you wanted to run a campaign where your characters get caught. I know several of my characters had got caught by the Splugglorth and attempted to be sold, and you got to escape from Atlantis, and just all kinds of goodies. Or you can just play as an undead slayer, and you go into the vampire kingdoms, and your goal in life is to fight the vampires. So a ton of good stuff, awesome ideas. The book clocks in, I think it's like 220 pages. I could be wrong. Yeah, I am wrong. Let's go with 160 pages. So it's 160 pages, but it is chocked full of content. There's nothing wasted here. So if you get a chance, highly recommend checking out Atlantis, Rifts World Book 2. If you're playing Rifts, incorporating this into your game, I highly recommend. This is one of the ones that they definitely knocked out of the park. So again, I thank you for watching. Would love to hear your thoughts on Rifts Atlantis, and I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Bye.